Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and welcome back to the Hermitcraft server. It has been about a week since I last recorded, and wow, False Symmetry has just been killing it with these domes. She is just like some sort of dome demon. She's some sort of fiendish founder of such semi-spherical or partially spherical structures as I could not devise in my wildest dreams. Look at this. This is insanely good. So yeah, if you guys aren't watching False, you should check her out. If you're curious about what I have been up to, which maybe you are because you are watching my video, I have been at PlayOnCon, which every year I say is in Birmingham, Alabama, but this year it was in Mountain City, Georgia, which is pretty different. I don't know why they moved the location entirely. There was like a lot of factors, but yeah, it was our first year at a new campground. For those of you who don't know, PlayOnCon is held at a campground every year, so that way people can dress up like Link from Legend of Zelda, or Zelda from Legend of Zelda, and then shoot bows and arrows, though not at each other, because they follow proper safety procedures. You know, it's just one of those things, if you go to a real camp, they're going to make you do real safety procedures. But, you know, let's just relax on this bench, enjoy the sound of rain for a minute. Thank you, the rain. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I was at PlayOnCon in Georgia, and I've been going to PlayOnCon every year for about 10 years. It's probably the most consistent thing on my calendar in my life, because, you know, now that I'm married, sometimes I go to Christmas at my parents', and sometimes I go at my mother and father-in-law's house, you know, or, you know, for Thanksgiving, it might be here, it might be there, maybe we're hosting people, maybe we're going their place, but every year for 10 years, I've gone to PlayOnCon, although PlayOnCon itself keeps moving locations, so, I don't know, maybe, whatever. It's still a good time. It's kind of a video game, board game, outdoor relaxing convention. They've got, you know, your kayaks and your canoes, and, you know, all that sort of stuff. In addition to, like, a Smash Brothers tournament, which I did not participate in this year, because, unfortunately, school started before the convention started. So normally I'd go down like Thursday through Sunday, but this year I could only leave after my kid got out of school on Friday. Which is fine because I love my child, but, you know, it is a lot harder to drive down by yourself to an event than it is to ride down with your friends, you know? It's always so fun to be able to say, hey, we're all going to get in the car together and go on our annual pilgrimage to PlayOnCon, you know? But, yeah, we've had a big group that's been going for about that same 10 years. We started off with about 4 people, and now, I think at one point we were close to, or above 20. This year we had about maybe 10. It was a good time. Let's go ahead and consider how we can fix these logs here. Make this look a little bit nice. I feel bad for leaving this so close to False's base without it looking awesome this whole time, but she's been gone a week too, so while she's been off on her adventures, we haven't really been too, I was going to say slacky, but I don't know, there's probably a better word for this than that. I do want to put just some sort of roof on this structure and give it some sort of kind of better composure. You know, we really should have looked at it from over there and gotten a sense of how that came together. We do have a furnace here that I started working on some glass with. Now, once again, white glass is part of the build palette here, but I'm not sure if I want to overuse that since we used it so heavily in our other builds in the modern district. That's one of the overlaps between the build palette of this district and the modern district where we constructed our Ministry of Truth. Let's just take a second and inventory what we have with us. I kind of really want to go into this with the smooth stone as a half slab at this point, because we have like full blocks of smooth stone down here, which give like a firm, solid foundation of what we're doing. But now having like a diagonally slanted roof that I was going to say maybe resumes being embarked at this point. So let's say we run up here and we embark on this adventure and that adventure. Maybe we throw in some lit up things. Do we have anything that lights up over here? What did I have left? Oh, I've got these. These are hard to light up without some sort of hidden feature like a lever. Which, oh no, I'm out of non-smooth stone. that might be a little bit of a constricting or restricting thing. Although we can use these beautiful redstone dust torches to light our beautiful redstone lamps. So let's say we've only got 3 of these redstone lamps though. So maybe, how should we do those? Maybe we set those up something like this. So we have the redstone torches would actually be underneath here. Just bear with me. Bear with me. You don't actually turn into a bear and then hit me with your claws though, because I will be flayed. And I don't know if you know this. I'm uninterested in being flayed by a bear. It is not high on my to-do list. As I evaluate this though, I almost feel like this is a classic example of a place that should have maybe an undulating roof. You know, we've had sloped roofs before on some of my builds on Hermitcraft, but maybe this one should kind of go up and down, like with some kind of sinusoidal or co-sinusoidal wave to it, you know? I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but I feel like expanding our geometric, like, expressions of our rooftops will allow us to better explore different expressions of ourselves, you know? And what is Hermitcraft if not an opportunity to express ourselves by hitting things with pickaxes and placing roofs? So let's go ahead here. You guys might notice that I've got all 4 of these brewing stands in. I did do some off-camera gathering in order to make that happen, which was pleasing to me. Let's see, this one would go up here. I don't want to actually close in this gap right here just yet with this other complementary lamp on account of me not wanting to, as you might say, be unable to get down if I fall. Let's go ahead and try this like this. We might even put these 2 logs up to here just to kind of extend this a little further. Kind of give it just something extra, you know? I heard a lot of the kids say that's so extra, which I think means extra is the new word for raven. Because a long time ago, kids used to say, oh, that's so raven. And now things are a little extra. That's okay. Times change, people change, words change, worlds change. But sometimes we just gotta make things work in a way that works for us. So, do we want to do like maybe 1 block undulations that become 2 block undulations? So we do like 1, 1, 1, and then we go to 2. So should we go down further 1? That might look cool. So we'll go down further 1 here. I hope this isn't enough to actually block the path. Let's verify that. No. We still have a good roof here. But then what we'll do is we'll undulate this by keeping it solid for a whole block here. And then we'll start running out of stone and panic and frantically make whatever slabs we can fashion. I do have some silk touch. Maybe while the sun shines, we should go hit 147 pieces of stone. Is there any over here? Yeah, there's some. That might be a little bit too perilous to pursue. Why don't we go for some low-hanging stone fruit, like this? Any creepers down there? Good, none. So, how many of these do we need? Probably not too many. So one nice thing about going to PlayOnCon every year is every year I get to see some of the same great people. Some of the folks in the Minecraft community, like Oviraptor, who once won a Minecon build contest, Lady Empire, who has been streaming for quite a while, and some of her friends. Oh yeah, of course, Graphoniac, who is an awesome Nashvilleian, now a Seattleonian. Seattle. I don't know what the word for somebody who lives in Seattle is, but she does that now and works for Mixer, and it's pretty cool. Definitely one of the... It's so important to, like, meet people in your own city who are parts of the communities that you're in. And she was one of the first people in Nashville who was really like, we need to get a Minecraft meetup going, and I'm going to do some work, and I'm going to get it happening. And I appreciated that because I was always, like, super busy with stuff, and it was hard for me to organize things. I was like, Graph, you're organizing things. That is the best. And let's see here. So, yeah, I got to see Graph again. And let's see, all sorts of other folks too. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody, but I'm also trying to undulate this roof. And that is, I'm doing two things at once, which I don't know if you know anything about things, but that is arguably the worst way to function. So, here's what we're going to do now. We are going to go back up here, another two, and I think we're going to start cutting in at this point. We didn't want to cut in too early. We wanted to give this a little bit of room to breathe. But, yeah, we'll start cutting back in, and we're going to go along here like so. I don't want to cut in too fast, you know? But, there we go. I'm not a butcher in a hurry or a pizzeria worker slicing things like pizzas, also in a hurry, presumably, for the sake of this metaphor. Okay, so, yeah, we've cut this in a little bit. I don't like that that kind of obscures the dome. Okay, let's acknowledge when we make mistakes. This dome is awesome and should not be cut off by this undulation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 blocks here, and I think we're going to reverse undulate them. We're going to, leave a message in the comment section below if you know what the opposite of undulating things is. We're going to have these ones come up again to frame that better. And we'll have these ones stay the same height as the previous ones. And then, as we come closer here, we're going to go ahead. I know this might not be perfectly symmetrical, but it's worth it, guys, believe me. We're going to do the same thing again right here. We are going to have, where these would have gone down, they're going to go up. Whoops. And then they'll get hit by things if they're out of line or out of place. Boom. So we can just kind of have this one. How would you even place this one? I guess this one would be down here then. So our makeshift undulations seem to be, well, a little bit sandier than I'd hoped. But otherwise, they're going pretty well. Let's check this out now. Does that block the roof quite as apparently? Or block the roof of the dome? The dome of the dome, I guess, is technically the part of that we're looking at here. Well, it's pretty clear we still need to knock out that 3rd row. That part, maybe we just even cut out entirely and cut into here. Right, like this or something. So that kind of gives us a pretty cool look. And it's almost an alchemical look. I like that a lot. It kind of reminds me of like a stingray flapping, which also fits in with the aquatic update, or the update aquatic, depending on which part of the world you're from. So let's see. Then when you come up here, yeah, see that dome is like much more clearly the focus. Now we're not perfectly aligned with it, but that was never actually our true intention to be perfectly aligned with that dome. I am thinking about cutting this out a little bit further though. Just one more here maybe. One more there. That feels nice. I like that approach. I like having these come back down and go up, and it feels very organic, which is important when you're incorporating something into a tree, right? It should feel like it belongs in the tree, or is otherwise part of the tree. So, now I'm kind of tempted. Should I mess with this even more? What was this? This is the upward undulation, so now we need another downward spike. I'm going to just keep throwing sand around everywhere, because these are the only blocks I have on me, being a nomad on the server. Just use our trident to break these ladders, because forks and ladders are obviously enemies. If you've ever played fork, paper, ladder, you know that. But, okay. This is looking nice. This is a pretty quality build with just the right amount of intention to it. So I was going to have this extend 3 this time, and then undulate up another 3 after cutting in another 2. So if we're undulating up for 3, we're going to go patow, patow. Okay, this is definitely asymmetrical. There is no question. How many blocks are in between here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. These logs must not be symmetrical somehow. How did I even do that? Did I make the tall log not be the same on both sides, or... You know, sometimes life is just a mystery, and somehow I've taken something that was symmetrical and made it asymmetrical, and maybe that's just a testament to... Oh, no, I just screwed this up. I was going to talk about how good a builder I was, that I was able to do the impossible. But, you know, that's fine, too. I don't always have to do the impossible. Sometimes I can just do the possible. The Joe Hills method. Find something that works. Do something else anyway. It's okay. Move on with your life. Okay, so, next problem, though, actually, the serious problem, is we don't have enough acacia to properly, oh no, jump out of this hole that we've made. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put red sand here right now. And I was going to say we could put some fake acacia there until we get logs. Now, it's probably not the best time to go out looking for logs or things. Or is it? What if we eat a night vision potion so then the mobs don't see us? No, that's also a terrible idea. Oh, that does look so cool, though. Thank you, false symmetry. Looking awesome. I also really like that cool thing over there. Ooh, is somebody building that way, too? That'll be exciting when more stuff comes in over here. But now the rain will stay off our heads, too. Let's go ahead. As you're coming into here, though, you will initially have your view of the dome partially occluded. But as you emerge to here, it becomes apparent that that is not an obstacle, really. You'll get a good view of the dome, and when you're working at these brewing stands... See, one thing I would like to be able to do is to say, okay, I'm going to work in this brewing stand, I have a cool dome in the background, but I guess you can just hang out in the water if you want that, right? Boom. Cool brewing stand, looking at cool dome. Yeah, I mean, that kind of works. I can brew here, I can brew here. Yeah, okay, this is going to be fine. Ooh, that just leaves us with the problem of getting acacia. Can you sleep? Scar, you sleeping, Scar, you sleeping. Brother John, Brother John. Well, morning bells are not ringing, so maybe we should just run out there madly with an axe and try to chop. How many acacia blocks do I need? I guess I need 6, which is enough to be a hassle. Did something already hit me, or was that just fall damage? That was just fall damage. That is not an acacia tree. Okay, that one over there is an acacia tree, and that down there is already literally a zombie. Dang it, a zombie. Why you gotta do this? And more zombies and several creepers. Starting to wish I had taken that night vision potion now. Okay. Okay, yep, this is not looking like a winning proposition, because I bet as soon as I start killing any of these guys, oh, it's gonna attract more. Okay, so despite their social spawning, the flame part of this should kind of keep them at bay. And the rest of them that are going to be running over here are at least going to be on fire. Wah! Did not see that baby coming. Now he will never die. Oh wait, except for that. And this creeper... Man, how are you so tall, creeper? This is the most effective creeper I've ever seen. In that he is invulnerable. He's like Achilles. Gotta find his heel. And he sees me. So that might... Maybe that's his weakness, is now he's running directly toward the man with the trident. Boldness. Boldness was his weakness, it turned out. Okay. Well, having smitten him with a trident, as is my wont, I am now free to proceed back to my path. Look at this. This is already looking better. And once we get the actual acacia in there instead of the red sand placeholders, it will look better still. Do I have enough? Oh no, I don't have enough acacia. Well, that's going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and plant these saplings, I suppose, until we get enough acacia to make it happen. Oh, wait, there's one now. Are there more creepers or anything hiding down here? Please don't hide down here, mobs. You know that it's against the rules. You can't be in a Joe Hills video if you attack people. That's just how it is. Okay, cool. So luckily we have enough acacia saplings here. Ooh, we are in no immediate peril of running out of those anymore. That was an early concern in this project, but that is long gone now. I can't even find room to plant them because I planted so many already, it seems. That's a good problem to have, you know? It's the sort of problem you want to have. 1 log, 2 log, 3 log, 4. 5 log, 6 log. Should we hit these? No, these ones keep the bark. The ones on the bottom here are the ones that get the bark removal process. Now, I was thinking that maybe we should somehow attach or otherwise fasten a redstone torch or a lever below another one of these guys. So how would we... Maybe we should cradle it. We should gently nestle that right there. Just put the switch right there, like so. And then the undulating roof should hide that from most angles. So, bada bing, bada bang, bada zoom. We now have a brewing station where you can brew with a view for your videos, for your crew. And, boom. That doesn't require much to do. Or ado. Either way, let's go ahead and hop down and check this out from False's base. And see if we have genuinely done something that is a credit to the community. I would like to believe so, but sometimes I believe the wrong things. Another fun thing we did at PlayOnCon was they actually had a kind of a battle between all the different cabins where folks were staying, where y'all wore your cabin colors, and then, so like we were wearing yellow, but another cabin might be wearing blue or red or purple, and everybody competed in feats of sport and intelligence. Like, at one point, they had us throw water balloons and see who was better at that. Or they also had one point where they gave us a bunch of marshmallows and spaghetti and said, who can build the tallest tower? Which they also went out of their way to say, we're going to judge these in whatever order we want to. Which was very important because it was hot enough that our tower melted. We thought about structural integrity a lot, but really underestimated the amount of melting that would occur. So, pro tip when you're building your marshmallow towers, don't let them melt. Alrighty, see, I'm looking at this now, and there's a chicken. Thank you, chicken. You know, the roof, you can't really see the undulation. It just looks kind of weird. The pillars, I think, look pretty okay. I don't know. There's definitely something more to be done here. I am glad to have the roof at least, because I think that'll keep those crazy night phantoms from attacking, which is super helpful on a Minecraft server like our own. But yeah, from most angles, it's almost not apparent. Like, I mean, it's clear that there's something over there, but you wouldn't necessarily know what. It's just so far away. But that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and run over this way. But anyway, so our team got pretty much... We won some events. We lost a lot of events. Well, we didn't get last, which was crucial. That was our big rallying cry, was not last. Okay. I'm looking at this, and what we have not done is we have not completely ruined False's build. Maybe one day when False is available, we can come back here and talk about how to make this brewing station better for everybody on the server. But at this point, I'm just gonna, leave it to you, the viewers, to send in your own comments. Let's go ahead and check out how this looks from Ren's base as well. I think it's mostly going to be covered by those trees, but he did say he wanted to have a neighbor. So, let's see. Do we have any potatoes? We do. Yeah, so that build, it's fairly obscured by the trees, but you can tell there's something man-made there, which has a value. Let's go ahead and just grab one of these little extra boats and swing around from one last side and get a final view on it. One thing the new location for PlayOnCon has going for it is that it is way out in northern Georgia near a couple national parks, and driving through those was just absolutely gorgeous. Like, I happened to be driving when there was all this, like, light rain, so there were, like, these insane double rainbows everywhere. I actually took some pictures and posted them to Twitter. The pictures didn't come out as good as they were in real life, but I feel like you never can really capture that with a rainbow. But yeah, it was just so neat seeing so much natural beauty. Because, like, living in the city, you don't get as much of that as you could otherwise. I mean, I know Nashville is a lot greener than some cities, but it's nice to get out a little bit. So I want to encourage everybody, you know, as it gets a little cooler, the end of the season here, you know, going into the fall, you know, maybe consider finding somewhere nearby to go for a hike or a lake to just go have lunch on a picnic table, you know. Just get outside a little. Because, like, with Minecraft, it's like you can wander forever and see all this stuff, but the real world has that too. And obviously, it's a lot harder to just go to a national park whenever you want. Like, with Minecraft, you can just say, oh, I'm done with my homework. I'm done with work for the day. I'm going to play Minecraft. But, like, make the effort, you know? Because I wouldn't normally go to northern Georgia. Literally, like, ever. Except for PlayOnCon got moved there. And I was just shocked at, you know, how much I was missing. You know, only like 5 or 6 hours away from where I live. It's pretty beautiful. So, yeah. And I guess what we built here is okay, too. You know, it's... Just make some time for community, make some time to see people, make some time to get outside. That's to me what PlayOnCon's about. You know, make some time to play some games. The only games I actually had time to play all weekend were the ones against the other folks in the other cabins. Normally I'd play a lot more board games and video games at PlayOnCon, like compete in tournaments, but like I said, this year I arrived late because my daughter was in school. Next year, though, they might move it to June, which will be wonderful. But, yeah, it's so nice to have that, you know, once a year. So, find conventions in your area that you can go to and be a part of. It's a good time. So, anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.